My advice is first, number one, part of the 5 steps to starting any business, number one, is to essentially find something that you're passionate about and you're good at.
Let's dive right into the number one secret to becoming a wealth multiplier. So, Jeff, you're meeting somebody for the first time. They're in a very tough situation. They're in a maybe an economically depressed area like you where you grew up. They're
Mhm.
facing all kinds of pressures from so many angles, right? And what's the first step to helping them to become a wealth multiplier?
Yeah, I mean, the first step to becoming a wealth multiplier, I would say, is for one, find your purpose in life, right? Find something that you're truly passionate about. And this goes into starting a business basically too. So I have a book called Seven Figures: How to Become a Millionaire. And part of what I share in the book is talking about the 5 steps to starting a business. Right. So if you are going through economic turmoil, or if you're someone who is like, man, where do I start? My advice is first, number one, part of the 5 steps to starting any business, number one, is to essentially find something that you're passionate about and you're good at. Right. Whatever it is, maybe it's baking cake, right? Maybe it's fixing computers. Maybe it's doing taxes for people. Maybe it's investing in real estate. Whatever it is, find your passion and study that passion, right? Basically, make sure this is the right fit for you, in that thoroughly do research on it. Research your industry. Research what that thing is about. Research the tax industry. Research the cake industry. Right? Research your craft so that what you can do as you're doing your research, you can turn it into a business plan. Right? You can turn it into a business plan. Business plan is nothing more than the research that you have in your mind. Essentially, you're putting on paper. Right? So after you've gone through the business plan phase, and it's a continuous process, what you can do then is you can test your business plan on a few people, right? And these would be the target clients that you put into your business plan. You just find maybe 5 or 10 people and say, hey, I'm running a test, I'm running a study. Here's what we need to do. Are you open to doing it, first of all? And then you launch the business. You go ahead and turn your passion, or you turn your purpose into an actual business. For me, my business became taxes, doing taxes for people, right? But my passion is helping people multiply their wealth in infinite ways that they never knew were possible. So I would say follow the 5 steps, and that you need to find your passion, right? You need to find something that you're good at and you're passionate about. Then you need to do some research on your industry. Then you need to go ahead and turn that research into a business plan. Then you go ahead and test your business plan on a few people. Then last but not least, you go ahead and launch the business and turn that passion into a money making machine.
Absolutely love that, and I love that you had to overcome so much, right? And overcome the naysayers, even in your own family, right? Like you're saying, like your uncle, right? Say, hey, I can be able to do that. And you're like, I'm going to go prove them wrong and I'm going to persevere. Where did that inner drive come from? Do you feel came from? And maybe where were the voices of hope and inspiration poured into you to help you overcome some of those challenging naysayers?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we're all put on this planet with the ability to do whatever we want, right? We're all put on this planet to do whatever we want. So for me, I always go back to my purpose. Right? My purpose in life is to inspire and support the super hungry to take hold of infinite resources in order to create an abundant lifestyle. Now, I didn't have that in those exact words at the time when I was 16, but I had an idea of the things that I wanted to do. And what I started doing was I started setting vision boards, right? I started having a vision board in that I had a 2020 vision. For example, in 2010, when I started at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, I had a 2020 vision. And part of the 2020 vision was to become a millionaire, right? To essentially get married, to be able to write a book on how to become a millionaire and ultimately help people. So first of all, once you know your purpose, and what your purpose really is, who you are, the things that internally motivate or drive you. Then you come out with the vision board. The vision is essentially where you want to go, right? It's where, basically it's the where. So when you have a who and then a where, all you need to do is the what. What do you need to do, basically? And that's your mission, right? Your mission is simply action items, calendar invitations, whatever you need to do to get you from where you are to ultimately where you need to be. So for me, I had a crystal clear vision on where I wanted to go. And anything that got in my way of that, I had to either get rid of or I had to turn the opposite direction. So when you have a crystal clear vision, and then you have a purpose with that, you will not get distracted, for one. And number two, you will always be on the right path.
That's amazing. And I don't know if I've ever heard someone put it so succinctly, right? Always go back to your purpose. I feel like that's like your true north, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like why you've been given the gifts you've been given, why you went through the challenges you went through, why you're here now, and you're designed and created to go fulfill this mission now, and then having that vision of, okay, well, what does that look like here in the next 1, 3, 5 years with what I've been given, right? And so where do I want to go? And then the mission is just, okay, well, what's it going to take to get there now? So let's reverse engineer it and let's do the steps to do it. Is that a fair summary so far, Jeff?
Yeah, I would say that's a very, very fair summary, Brett. Extremely fair summary, because it's all about the purpose, the mission, and then the vision. That's all it is.
Beautiful.